bounce with me.
Hey there guys, welcome back to a Bouncin journey. My name is Leanna, and today we have a LEGO set that is the new Luxo Pixar LEGO set that has a lot of cute little hidden gems. So I thought that we could make a little build along / on the little journey of building that I could show you guys some of the cool little things in it. So without further ado, let's get started. Now, one of the cool things is that on the back of the box, you can actually have the lamp and the ball are separate, and you can do it where the ball sits by itself, or you can have it where the lamp sits on top of the ball, like it does during the intros. And then the box over here. And then it does come with only one instruction manual, but it starts out with some little fun facts along the way about fan designer and about evolving the animation and all of that to build along the story. So we start on page 1, and that is going to be bag number 1, which is going to be for the ball. It does come with these. These are going to be actually part of the lamp, so if you like put it together, you can see that it's actually the head of the lamp, which will come in handy for later. And each LEGO set, no matter what you get, always comes with a, I don't know the exact name for this, but it helps if you mess up or anything, you can take the LEGO piece off. So that always comes in handy. And as you can see in the book too, it also tells you that. Shows you what it's used for, how to use it, best way to use it. So in case that comes in handy, we'll put it over here to the side. So to start out our first fun little hidden fact, it also will tell you them in the book as you're doing it. So I will show it to you and I will read it. So this miniature duo, if you guys can't already tell, is based off the colors. That this miniature duo is inspired by Woody and Buzz Lightyear from Toy Story from 1995. A little closer look at that again. So this is going to be one of the bases that is in the set. So it's a cute little feature. And then for the next one, you guys want to take a second to guess who that may be. That is, recognize these micro characters? Mike Wazowski and his friend revolutionized Monsters Inc. in 2001. So got Mike and Sully. And what will be cool is that you're actually connecting the pieces together. So this is going to be the base of the Luxo ball, I believe. And then once this is done, it'll be like the base of the ball, but it's going to have little, nudges to Pixar movies, which is very fitting for the set. Honestly, before I read this, I don't know if I would have gotten this. It might take me like a minute to recognize who it was, but if you guys want to take a few minutes to guess, that is going to be a hidden throwback to Alfredo Linguini and Remy cooking up crazy ideas in Ratatouille from 2007. So definitely very interesting. That one's a little bit of an Easter egg, because unless you know the color schemes, it's kind of hard to see who it is, especially since for Remy, they don't have as many colors to use as they do for like Buzz and Woody, where it's more like noticeable. This one, again, if you're not familiar with the color schemes, might take you a minute. I'll give you a minute. Alright, that's gonna be, these colored bricks represent miniature tributes to Russell and Carl Fredrickson from Up from 2009. The nice thing too, that you always want to pay attention to colors and like where things are telling you to put them, because you want to make sure that like everything has like a structure, so if anything's even placed wrong just a little bit, it could mess it up. But this is going to be the base of it all together with all of the characters. So that is very cute. It makes it very colorful. The colors also help make sure you know where you're putting everything too. So I believe, because I like to have a little bit to see, I know it gives the reference later on, but I want to think that this also has to do with it. If you look at the colors, this isn't to The Incredibles. So we have Frozone, we have Syndrome, we have Jack Jack, and we have Edna Mode. Another new little base update. It's easy. It's so crazy to me how you can start out with all these pieces and stuff, and then like you start getting like actual things, and you're like, oh wow, I've built that. But it's also really cool because LEGO puts a lot of detail into things, and honestly, I think that they did a really good job with this set. Especially, it's a cute little thing you can put on your desk and all that kind of stuff too. And this one says, a special nod to an extraordinary family of heroes, The Incredibles 2004. Which is also why I said, because like this is going on top, and like this is like all of the 4 of them, plus like the shape and stuff kind of looks like, I think they're called Omnidroids. And so like it's a nice little nod. So I think those other ones are, you know, Edna and Syndrome and Jack Jack and Frozone. So I believe that it's a nod to it. But like I said, little hidden details, and all this is getting covered up too. So it's really like, as you're building, you're like, oh, like it's cute little fun facts. And a lot of pieces and sets when you're building, if you're like in the instruction manual, they'll have like the little notes and stuff that I showed you guys in the beginning, and it'll give you like the little fun facts as you're building specific areas, like, oh, this is the only LEGO set that has used so-and-so, or this is a nod to, if you're working on one that's like specific to a movie. I know I was building the Tyrannosaurus Rex that they came out with for Jurassic World that they just came out with this year. And my mind is blanking. Inside of the dinosaur, there was a nod to a frog driving the dinosaur, which is a nod to one of the lines that they say in the first Jurassic Park movie. And then in the Star Wars logo that dropped for May the 4th, inside, I believe it's the S and the T on the logo, that there's actually the opening scene of the falcon and such. So it's a cute little nod. So it's just the little things, or some Lord of the Rings sets and stuff that I've built and stuff too, have also, you know, had like, oh, this is the only set that has used this color or this type of piece and like all that kind of stuff. So I don't know, it's really cool. And LEGO puts a lot of time and a lot of detail, which I think also, like, even though some sets are like super expensive, when you build them and such, like, it's really, you see why, because they put so much detail, so much time, and when you're done with it, you're like, I built that, and it's so detailed, and it also looks really cool on a shelf. So, especially if you're like a big fan of the fandom you're doing, I know the Harry Potter sets and stuff too, and like they have a mini Diagon Alley, and for the shops and stuff, they have, you know, little nods to scenes from the movies, or they have characters and stuff like that, whether it's the mini model or the actual model and stuff. So I just find it really cool. And I'm always fascinated by what LEGO is building and coming up with, because it honestly, like, they can keep coming up with stuff because I will happily want to keep buying all of it. And this is one of those things where I say pay attention, because I almost put the top or bottom on top of this, and it's just go under it. So paying attention, I was too busy talking. But I was letting you guys know, you know, what you need to know for your LEGO stuff. So then, yeah, so it's this way. So this is the inside structure of the Luxo ball. So it's gonna have those little nods to the characters and all that kind of stuff. So it's pretty cool. And then we're gonna put on the little outside pieces that are gonna cover those up. That's gonna, they're easy, relatively easy to take off. So you can just, if you want to be like, hey, look at this cool feature kind of way, if you're showing somebody, you can just pop them off real quick and put them right back on. It's not gonna fall apart or anything like that. That's also what I've realized in the past like few years, is that they're coming up with so many like strong, in-depth sets and such that you don't really have to worry about it breaking unless you're like trying to break it or it falls from a good height. Because if you have a very detailed set, it's very in-depth, it's very 3D molded. So like this, if I do this, it's not breaking because it is quite literally, as you saw the base, it's very structurally sound. So you can even roll it around, it's not going to break. So it's a very cool thing. And as always, you're going to have extra little pieces, especially if there's little details, just in case you lose something in the process, or, you know, sometimes LEGO, like, it does, you have extra pieces. You have some pieces where you're like, oh, I don't have this color piece, but I have a piece that's the same style, just a different color. Make what you have of it and just add it in there. But that is going to be the ball by itself. And we are done with that and moving on to the actual lamp.